Good morning, Lions, brothers and sisters, friends, family,
Hello, Moto.
haters, deceivers. What a wonderful day it is today. I need a secretary. I really need a secretary. I love Robin. She's a beautiful, wonderful soul, but she totally messed up my desk. I don't know what she was digging for, but man, there's power cords and all kinds of stuff. King Smarty, jewelry, all kinds of stuff. Anyway, I love her. She's sleeping. What a nightmare I had this morning. It wasn't that bad, though. Good morning, everybody. Great to see you on here. Great to see you. So, yeah, the story of the morning. If you all know, I went to the doggy pound and I adopted a dog. Bandit was a little dog. I had him for 13 years. Robin said, "Oh, I want a big dog." So basically, I went to get Robin a companion. So I went to the pound. I got her a husky, beautiful, smart, loving dog. But I woke up, I don't know, 6 o'clock this morning. I come out in my underwear. I open the door. I let the dog out. I hear the dogs barking across the street. I look out the door, and there goes my Bubba dog running down the road. Then the neighbor gal's out here saying, "Yeah, he's up at this house over here." So I was like, "Oh," I put my sweats on and I hopped in the truck and I drove over to the house and he runs right by me. He runs 2 blocks up the street. I'm right behind him. I see where he's going. He's checking out some other dogs on the little circle up there. I said, "Okay," because he loves car rides. He's been hopping right in the truck. So let's go. So I opened the door. I said, "Come on, get in." He looked at me and he was like, "Nope." And he ran back towards the house. So I turned around in the truck. I got back in front of the house and I opened the door. I said, "You ready to go for a car ride?" Now he was ready to go. He jumped right in the truck, but we were right in front of the house. So I kind of sneaked him into the truck and then opened the door, put his leash on him, and got him out of there. Yeah, it was funny. It wasn't really funny. It was kind of sad because I was all worried about him getting hit by a car or something. So anyway, I took him out and it was like, okay, he had to hop the fence where the garden is. So I locked the gate. I built a fence a couple of months ago. It's like 4.5 feet tall, I think. It's a pretty tall fence. So I locked the gate on that and I put him out there. I figured he ain't getting out of that. So I'm sitting on the couch and I'm like, I looked through the window and I thought I seen something just fly over the fence. So I went, "What the heck?" I went out. What he did was he jumped the fence. I ran out to the back. Well, I'm old. I didn't really run. I just kind of walked past. But anyway, I got to the back and he just flew over the second fence. So he hopped 2 fences and then he ran down the other way. So I hopped in the truck again and I went over there and he was talking to this dog on the corner down the block. He's just sitting there barking at him, looking at him like, "Why are you barking at me?" I opened the truck. He got right back in again. I brought him home. So now I got to figure out, yeah, I got some doggy runs in storage. I think I'm going to have to put them on there until I can figure out something to do with the fence. But he has no problem sailing over those fences. It's crazy, but gotta love him. He's an awesome. His name's Bubba now. The dog pound called him Summit. I said, "I'm not good with Summit. Let's call him Bubba." I think what he's actually doing is because um, I adopted him from the dog pound, and they told me nobody claimed him, and he'd been there for a while at the dog pound, so he might be looking for his previous owner. Um, I'm gonna have to start taking him for walks and just get him used to, you know, I don't know what else to do. Doggy school. Yeah, he is awesome. But yeah, he was full of energy this morning, hopping fences, running down the roads, and he kept this old man busy. I got home and yeah, but yeah, me and Bubba, um, he's an awesome dog. He really is. He's friendly. He likes giving kisses, and yeah, he's. I think he's feeling at home now. First day, he was upset stomach, throwing up, diarrhea thing, really nervous, and now he's just Bubba, Bubba. Now he's just laying on the floor sleeping from all the running down the neighborhood he did. Anyway, my name is John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. And I'm trying to share my story every which way I can. YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, Clapper. But I get really busy. I really do. I get so busy. And I don't know if it's the torture, because I could never write a book, seriously. I had to have help. I personally could not write a book. If I sat here with a piece of paper and a pen, I'd be like, oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Okay. They killed my mom. I was right there watching it happen, and it would get all. But anyway, I had to share my story. So I could not write a book. Jackie Goldman contacted me and said, I'll help you write a book, John. This is Stolen Identity. This has been out a year and a half now, I believe. And if you purchase this, please leave a review. They don't want you to know what's in this book. They really don't. If you've never heard my story, please go to Amazon, Stolen Identity, Unveiling the Real John Kennedy Jr. See the reviews. They are absolutely beautiful reviews. If you purchase a book, please take a minute, go there, leave a review. It's free advertising. And it's all about free with us because, yeah, we're on a budget and they're not. They're billionaires. We're little David and they're big Goliath. Anyway, Mary Maxwell, a wonderful, wonderful lady, helped me write this one. It's more detailed into this MK Ultra stuff like that. But thank you, Mary Maxwell, for helping me with this book. Like I said, I can't do it myself. And Mary's been helping me. She's been saying, okay, we need to do this, John, and we need to do that to help get your story out. And I keep saying, okay, but like I said, I need a secretary. I don't know if I just forget, if I'm programmed to forget, but, it seems like I got a whole list of stuff that she asked me to do. And I'm like, okay, I'll do that, Mary. And then I put it on the back burner. And this morning she emailed me and I looked and it's like, we got this to do and that to do and this to do. And I was like, fuck, I thought I did that. And I didn't. So I got lots to do. I wish I had a secretary. I really, really do, to help me out with this stuff. I get people like Mary wanting to help me writing out documents. And then I forget, or whatever you want to call it, put it off. And it's the most important thing in the world that I get it done. It really is. And Mary is very focused. Yeah, Mary is awesome. And I'm scatterbrained. I really am. Really, really, really am. But we're still manifesting, praying for the healing center. You know, I'm in here in Bullhead City, and I was giving Bubba a ride in the truck. This is another Bubba story. Okay, I got a cat. So before I brought Bubba home from the pound, I said, is he good with cats? And the lady said, I don't know. Let's see, because they have a house cat at the pound. And they brought Bubba in, and Bubba walked up and gave the kitty cat a kiss. And I was like, well, that's awesome. That's going to work. Well, the cat has been freaked out. It wasn't Bubba. So I tried to introduce him yesterday, and the cat took a big swipe at Bubba, and Bubba put his head down, and the cat ran out of the house, ran across the street, and ran up a tree. And the cat wouldn't come down from the tree. It just kept watching. So Robin says, "Why don't you take Bubba for a ride, and I'll see if I can get the cat out of the tree." So me and Bubba went for a ride around town, and Robin said the minute we left, that cat came out of the tree and came back inside. Um, yeah. So I got to get the cat used to Bubba because Bubba's a sweetheart, and the cat's all being a meanie and stuff. Thank you so much for watching my documentary, my little short movie. I wish I could say documentary. Yeah, but thank you. That is at thequietjourney.tv. And I was talking with a guy that is working on getting those bumper stickers for the Quiet Journey to me. And he said, I guess they were shipped yesterday. So anytime I'll be getting some quietjourney.tv bumper stickers. I already have, I think, 5 addresses wrote down. If you want to hand out some quietjourney.tv bumper stickers in your town across the United States of America, please email me your address and I will try to get them out to you. And once again, I'm jumping all around this morning. I am too much coffee. Anyway, I haven't been feeling well the last couple of days. I hate admitting it because I believe, I'm a power of positive thinking, but I've really been run down the past few days and tired. I told Robin we would go out for dinner last night, and it got time to go. And Robin's like, we don't have to go. We don't have to go. It's like, no, we need to go. So me and Robin went out for dinner last night, but I've been extremely tired. And yeah. Anyway, well, hello, Brenda. Thank you so much for sharing, like always. True lions out there for sharing. I appreciate that, Brenda. I really do. The more I share, the more I do things, the more bills I got, and cross to, put stuff in envelopes and give away books. And so, yeah, your contributions, your love gifts help so much. They really, really, really do. Oh, Brenda's got a little line going on for her profile picture. How cool. How cool is that? That's way cool. Anyway, the Quiet Journey. I'm not going to have to hold this up anymore because I'm going to have some bumper stickers soon. I can hold it up. Thequietjourney.tv. If you want to hear the biggest story that's being covered up in the world to this day, it's right there. Well, I don't know if it's the biggest one. It's the biggest one I know about anyway. And that is at thequietjourney.tv. These people in power don't want you to know. They're doing everything from keeping us suppressed. It's really sad. I'm John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. and I have 5,000 subscribers, and I've had this account for I don't know how long, months and months and months, if not a couple years or so. I think, I don't know. And there's channels out there where somebody can tell a stupid ass joke and have millions of subscribers. But this is no joke. This is no joke. This is serious. This is about trying to help our country and break us away from the evil that are running this country. My story is all 100% truth. And there's a lot of haters out there that don't want this story out because there's so many different reasons why they don't want it out. But basically, my family members were unalived. Nothing has been done. Nothing. No justice has been done about my family members being unalived. None. And billions with a B, billions of dollars have been stolen from my family members, and nothing has been done. Now, who is the guilty parties? People within our own government, people hiding behind our FBI, our Secret Service, and our CIA. It's huge. But yes, these are the people in control, in power over us. And they have the power to get away with pre-planned first-degree murder and the theft of billions of dollars. And they do it. And they run the media. They own the media. They put out there only what they want you to know. And they cover up the stories like mine they don't want you to know. They really do. Well, hello, Jalapeno. Thank you, Carol. Belinda. Hello, Belinda. Thank you so much. I have been careful my whole life, and it only takes a second. It does. I've been taught that, I could be paranoid as all hell, but you can't. Um, I can't. I'd go crazy if I was paranoid as all hell because it only takes a second, and we only have one life. And King Smarty sent me these beautiful necklaces, and he said, "This is for your post-traumatic stress disorder. This is a dog tag." And what had I seen? This is just the kind of stuff. I don't even know if I want to share this, but you see the shape of this. I was a child when I was sent to Vietnam. I was a child. I was sent with the Special Forces, or CIA, that did special missions. And people say, "Oh, that's crazy. There's no way in hell." Yeah, there is a way in hell. And that was to keep me safe from organized crime, the syndicate, the mafia that wanted me dead. They're going to go look for me in the fucking jungle of Vietnam? I doubt it. I really doubt it. But anyway, this is really helps me with my post-traumatic stress disorder. You can get these beautiful pendants at the real John F. Kennedy Jr.com. And when you purchase a pendant, I am running very low on books to give away. I don't even know if I have any books. It's a long way from the first to order more, but I have been putting an autograph book in with one of the pendants as well, and it helps so much. And what was I going to say? I might as well say it because I don't sugarcoat nothing. What did I see? What was I taught when I was in the special ops? Okay, this is a dog tag. But you know what they do with this? You know why a soldier's name is on this? Because when you're in the battlefield, you don't have time to mess around and people will steal your wallet and every other thing. It's crazy. But when there is a death and a man has one of these around it, you die with your mouth open. Even in my book, it says, I tied a bandana around the fake Jackie's mouth to keep her jaw shut. Your jaw will open up when you die. I've seen it many, many times. I've seen death more than I want to see. I really have. But your mouth will open up in most cases. And this little thing goes in your mouth. It goes in your teeth like this. One in the bottom, one in the upper. I don't have no upper, so they'd have to shove it in my mouth, kind of get it down my throat or something, so they could just pull the chain out. But once it's in your teeth, they hit your jaw like that, and this wedges in between your teeth. It keeps your mouth shut, but it also identifies you for the long journey home. It's how it is, people. No sugarcoating it. So that's why I call this a dog tag. And I call this a silver chain that Robin got me for Christmas. Robin has a beautiful heart of gold. I told her, I always wanted a big heavy chain. So for Christmas, Robin got me that. Then she got me one for my birthday. And then I think she got me one just for the hell of it. Just because she said, I love you, John. Here's a chain. So I think I got 3 of them. 4 of them. And I was thinking about giving one to Bubba so he could be all strutting his stuff with a silver chain around his neck. Thank you so much for everybody. Please, please share my story. I need this to go viral. People spend a lot of money, a lot of time on this. Oh, I was talking to the producer of The Quiet Journey yesterday, and he told me I'm getting 40 t-shirts, 40 Quiet Journey t-shirts to give away. And I said, no, sorry. I said, I get 7 of them so I can wear one every day, a clean one every day of the week when I make a video to share my story. So that means there's only going to be 33. Yeah, 33 to give away. Sorry, people, but I get first pick. And if there's a small one, then Robin's going to get one too. But yeah, I'm going to be giving away some of those. But I got to advertise. I got to strut my stuff on the videos, the quietjourney.tv to try to get my story out. And yeah, Brenda, I need to send one to you. I really, really do. You lions, straight up, I'll do my best to get you a Quiet Journey t-shirt. And I had sold, I think, 2 hoodies and a couple t-shirts myself off this website, The Quiet Journey. You can get a Quiet Journey t-shirt or a hoodie there, and 100% of the proceeds go to me. So I made enough where I could buy me and Robin a t-shirt. And I was talking with the producer of The Quiet Journey little movie, and he said, yeah, I'm sending you some. I said, well, I just bought some, but that's cool. The more the merrier. Well, thank you so much. Well, thank you, Carol. I appreciate that. I really, really, really do. Let me know what you think of the t-shirt when you get it. If you get yours before I get mine, yeah, we'll do a little review on the quality and help share the story. And anyway, don't go away, people. I ate my heart medicine along with my handful of heart medicine pills. I take one that makes me go take a leak every now and then, like in the morning when I take them, and that keeps the water off my heart. That's part of the reason I get so damn tired and shit. But hey, Bubba, you want to say hi to everybody? Huh? You want to say hi? Come here. Come up here. Come up here. Come up here. This is Bubba. Isn't he a gorgeous dog? His right eye is blue and his left eye is brown. But he is awesome. He's either 3 or 4 years old, they said at the pound. So he's still got that little puppy playfulness in him. But he sits, sit, shake paw. No, I said sit, not shake paw. Sit. Sit your butt down. Not lay down. Sit your butt down. Anyway, somebody worked with him a little bit. He's a beautiful, awesome buddy. He's part of the family now. It was a big step going to the pound and getting him out of there. Makes you think when you go to the dog pound. But that's Bubba. And he is a fence hopper. I know. I had to hop in the truck twice this morning and go chase him down the street. And I am now learning that my fence that I built is too low because he hopped right over that. I seen his tail go right over that fence. He just soared. And then I followed him in the backyard, and I got like a little 3-foot chain link fence out back. Was no problem for him just to fly over that fence. I was like, I got to figure something out now. My bad. I forgot, I had little Bandit, and Bandit couldn't hop over nothing. But Yeah, Bubba here, he just soars over stuff, which is kind of cool. But now I got to figure out what to do. Anyway, thank you all so much for all your lovely comments. I'm on here because this story is huge. They don't want people to know this story. It's so important. I'm Paul Revere. We're all Paul Revere's. We're all on our horses, and we're saying, hey, the British are coming. They've taken over the United States of America. Look what they did to little John Kennedy Jr. And they're throwing rocks at us, knocking off our horses, and keeping us quiet from getting the truth out. TheQuietJourney.tv. Thank you, sister. Thank you so, so much. I love reading all your wonderful, wonderful comments. I got a lot of work to do. Like I said, me and Robin both suck as being a secretary. I'm worse though. I get so much going on and so much work to do. I mean, it's been 2 weeks now, I think, that I painted the front of the house, and I still got to paint the whole rest of the house. And I got so many little projects. Robin got her kitchen sink. It's been, geez, at least a month now that Robin got her kitchen sinks, but the plugs were hanging out of the walls because we had to totally rebuild the whole kitchen. And I made sure, before there was no GFIs, and a GFI is the plug-in where if it gets wet, you don't get electrocuted from the water. So I put GFIs in there with the switch to the garbage disposal and all that. But they were hanging out of the wall. And Robin's like, this ain't going to work, John. So the other day I went and, cut and fit them in and put the screws in and put the cut plates on them and all that. And that was, but so many little projects like that. I put the pine board in the kitchen. The toilet I got for the bathroom was too small. So I went to the church. I got a bigger toilet. But when I replaced the toilet, I want to do the pine board in the bathroom. So it's not all the 1960s paneling that's all falling apart, but so many, many little chores I got to do around here. I could be busy forever. I really could. Great news, though. Great news. I was talking to somebody yesterday. You lions are wonderful, are a blessing. All I have in here is a swamp cooler. The bedroom has a little AC unit that we bought for the bedroom from the flea market. I don't know where I was going with that. But anyway, all we have is a swamp cooler. Now we got Bubba. And somebody said, go see what it's going to cost to get a real air conditioner in that house, a real one. And it's like, really? That's a blessing. So, with all my heart and soul, some of you have blessed me, have blessed Robin so much. It's great. It's wonderful. King Smarty, out of the kindness of his heart, made me these to sell. He said, John, sell these pendants. They got my picture of stolen identity on the front. They're a collector's item. They're going to make history someday. They might even be worth some money someday. If you have one of the 1,000 that I have. And how many have we sold? I think we've sold 100 of them so far. 144 of them. I don't know. I'll have to look. But over this last year, we've sold quite a few. Not enough. We still have a whole bunch. And it helps so much for the cause. On the back, it's got source directives, frequency logo on the back right there. If you can see it. I know it's kind of, there it goes. Anyway, wonderful, wonderful donation by the King. Sue Greenwald, we have an interview. Jesse Hall, we did an interview. And on Jesse Hall's last interview that we did, we exposed John right on Larry King Live when Larry King asked him, what do you think if your name was David? That's how the cabal work. They put it right out there in front of you. We even showed a clip on Dr. Kia Pruitt the other day. Dr. Kia Pruitt is awesome lady, wonderful lady, and she's been sharing my story for almost a year now that I met Dr. Kia Pruitt. Check out Dr. Kia Pruitt and Bill Messer on Facebook. He has a morning show every day also. I am going to be on TikTok Friday. I'm going to do a live with a few people. I don't have the information to share it right here, right now. Tell us about King Smarty. King Smarty is a CEO at Source Directives. King Smarty has a heart of freaking gold. He really does. He has a website. Let's see. Oh, I'm brain dead. Anyway, if you go to Awakened Stories with the beautiful Sue Greenwald and check her out on YouTube, I'm brain dead with King Smarty's website. Source Directives and Lord have mercy. How could I forget that? But I did. Anyway, Sue and the King do videos quite often, and I'm sure all the information is on Sue Greenwald's channel. You can also go to Smarty's Corner. King Smarty has a website. It's called smartyscorner.com. He also has a TV channel, kingsmarty.tv. Thank you, Brenda. But anyway, King Smarty has a heart of gold. He has helped me through some really hard times and has kept my internet on for me to share my story. And yeah, I have met a lot of wonderful lions that share with me, that send me blessings and love to you all. I really didn't know there was this many kind people in the world. I always wanted to just crawl into a cave and forget all the evil that was around me, because there's a lot of evil in this world. There really, really is. And yeah. Belinda. I knew Larry King John. He was a big monster. I met him several times in Miami. They all are monsters. If you are in the entertainment industry, that is the entertainment industry, people, listen up. If you are in Hollywood, if you are in the music industry, if you are in the entertainment industry, more than likely you have been MK Ultra'd. You are the cabal. You have been brainwashed, programmed to believe family is everything. Seriously, they make the money because they are family. If you're not part of the cabal, then you could be the greatest artist in the world. You could be the greatest singer, the greatest musician in the world. But they're not going to put you on the radio. They're not going to put you on television. They're not going to put you on the Grand Ole Opry just for having a wonderful voice, because they want control of you. And with control of you becomes the control of the money you're allowed to have. That's how it freaking works. Straight up. That's how it works. That's the evil going on in this world. It's not about, being American with talent. It's about who you know, and all the way to the top. They are selected, not freaking elected. You've heard that before, I'm sure, but it's so true. And who am I to tell you all this? Well, my father was president of the United States. They stole my father from me. Then they started stealing my whole family from me. Aunts, uncles, cousins. Yeah, they use identity theft. That's this big secret cult crime ring. They do that. Oh, Lord. I get rambling and I forget where I was going with what I was saying. Yeah, I can't wait to get some bumper stickers out. Please share this, everybody. TheQuietJourney.tv. And please go to the website, share the website. You want to see the wonderful documentary right here. You can also buy a t-shirt. You can also buy a hoodie. Then if you go to therealjohnfkennedy.com, you can purchase a pendant. You can read about my story. And, if you cannot afford a book, and if I have one, I'll give it to you straight up. Everybody needs to know this story. If you can't afford a book, after you read the book, please give it to your local library. Have them register that book. Put it out there. I gave one to my library. I'm the author right here in Bullhead City, and I went to Bullhead City Library and gave it to them. It's not even registered in their library system. They probably threw it in the freaking trash. They really did. Smarty's Corner. Smarty'sCorner.com. Smarty's Corner has wonderful healing frequencies. Robin sticks those stickers he's got all over the house. You want to know how healing frequencies work? Isn't that cool? That's cool. That's a healing frequency right there. My computer just glitched. Robin puts these all over. She does. I think she put one in Bandit's grave also. We had some really, really nice crystals. I told her to go put them in Bandit's grave. I believe in crystals and healing frequencies. Crystals have energy. We're all energy. We really are. And I've actually been out of body, had out of body experiences. We call it being dead. But yeah, they had to revive me. And while I was dead, I was talking to God. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah, I have cursed God more than once. You know, when you see somebody unaliving your family and you can't do anything, you tend to curse God. I did that. But me and God have a wonderful, wonderful relationship. We really, really do. But yeah, I've cursed God. I love God. God is everything. I believe God is like the king of frequencies, the king of antimatter. But when I was out of body, all I saw was the biggest, brightest, like a flashlight right in your eye type of scenario. And that was my out of body experience. So when I pray to God, like it's been a little over 2 years now, I believe, where they put a pipe in my heart because my heart was pumping blood out the side of it. What that was all caused from, was it from my surgery in 2013 where they killed me in the hospital, poked holes all throughout my body and my lungs and every other. I was in sad shape. I was messed up. But when I pray to God, I see that bright light and I'm like, God, let me share my story. Let me get it out. Let me help some people. Just keep me alive a little longer to help some people wake up to what's really going on so we can make this world a better place. It starts with us. Satan has already taken over the United States of America. All these other countries, they see us for the big serpent that we are. And trust me, it's all evil at the top. It really, really is. And they don't care about us. Things are getting worse for us. They put in who they want in power to lie to you, Hollywood actors. And that's how it is. That's the truth. It's to bullshit us. That's all it is, to bullshit us, to rally us together for the bullshitters. Well, we need to be rallying. And, I get comments all the time. I really do. Well, we're fucked. Well, no, we're not, because we are the biggest army. We, the people, are the biggest army in the world. And they are few, but they are the rich. They have the money to give away, to throw away, to hire people to do their evil deeds. They have the power of weapons of war like MK Ultra. But we got to do what we got to do to kick them to the freaking curb. We really, really do. The Crystalline chamber. I got one. King Smarty gifted me one. And King Smarty said, when we get to Healing Center, we're going to have one in the Healing Center. It's going to be a big one of these. If you can see the frequency I showed you, like this one is like this one. King Smarty gifted me this. I hate getting fingerprints on it because it's so freaking cool. But King Smarty is in the process of getting these where you actually walk into it. And the frequencies right there are good frequencies to help heal your body. I don't know much about it. I really, really don't. I know it's cool. And I know when it's plugged in here, along with this, I feel better. I'm not paranoid. I'm not looking out the window. I'm not saying, well, okay, when I step out the door, somebody's going to blow my head off like they've tried before, like they did to my father and my uncle. So this story doesn't get out to you, and we're getting this story out. I don't want to be unalived. I really don't. I don't think anybody does. Well, some people do. Some people are programmed for that. They really are. Soldier suicide. There's so much stuff we can do to help people that are under the control of the cabal or have been under the control of the cabal. So much we can do for these purple. I'm looking at my screen and there's purple, these people. Yes, John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. Okay. I'm in Bullhead City, Arizona. It's hot here. It really, really is. It would be a sucky place to have a healing center, but it is right off the main road to so many destinations in the United States of America. People could just drive 20 miles, 20 minutes to come to, if they're going from the East Coast to California or, coming up from Mexico or down to Mexico or going to Utah, New Mexico, Nevada, going to Las Vegas. They can stop by here. And, but it's hot here in the summertime. It really, really is. But we're manifesting for a healing center here. Someone about 2 weeks ago said they want to purchase me the John F. Kennedy Jr. We picked out a commercial location, and we found that location. This man got a hold of the realtor and gave him their information. He said now it's just a waiting game to see if it's purchased or not. I don't put my chickens and count my chickens before they hatch and everything, but it was a wonderful gesture. I hope it works. I hope I get a phone call or an email that say, hey, you own the John Fitzgerald Kennedy Jr. Healing Center now. That would be awesome. And what would be more awesome if we could get some volunteers in there, get funds. It's all coming to put, a little coffee bar in there with coffee and danishes, chairs in there. We could put a pulpit in there. We could webcam it to all the King Smarty TV all around the world, to everybody. We could get people come in off the street and walk up to the pulpit and preach whatever they want to preach, share their story of all their wrongs, get it off their chest, They could walk into a crystalline chamber and get healed. So much awesome stuff we could do. And just, one big friendship center. I can't wait. We're manifesting that. I hope it goes through. I really, really, really do. I really, really do. And I think I lost the subject earlier, but there was a wonderful lion. I want to say that's awesome. I want to say thank you. I have somebody coming out. People will find a way to get healing, even if they have to crawl to a crystalline chamber. Yeah, that's awesome. And I was just, yeah, so awesome. It's an awesome gesture of King to say, hey, you're probably going to be one of the first ones to have one um, in your town, which it's going to be wonderful. I can't thank you, Lions, enough for all your wonderful things that you do. Um, you all are a blessing to me and Robin. Straight up, you really, really are. Thank you, Henry. My brother Henry has been by my side, even though we're clear across the country from each other, and sharing my story, helping me get the story out, making videos, sharing them with me. I love you, brother. I love you. Yeah. Mojo needs to start ringing that gong. Mojo does lives on TikTok, I believe even Clapper. And when someone says, hey, I just went and purchased John's book, she rings the gong. And it's so cool. Love Mojo for all that sharing that she does all the time. All you Lions, for that matter, with all my heart and soul, we thank you. We really, really do. And maybe, we're making history. Us Lions are making history for trying to get this truth out to the world. We're being hindered, taken down. We're not giving up. We keep sharing, keep telling the story. I've told it thousands and thousands and thousands of times. I was at the grocery store and I can't wait to have bumper stickers. I really can't, because I've been writing this down on little pieces of paper, cutting them out when I go to the grocery store. Here, I shared with the pharmacist the other day. I shared with the lady checking me out at the grocery counter. It's like, hey, I'm here in Bullhead City. This story has something to do with this town. Robin shared it with Arizona News. We have a lawsuit going on in Kingman to get justice for the murder of my mom. Just trying to get it recognized. Trying to get it recognized. A big, huge thank you to Mary Maxwell for trying to help me and me putting everything on the back burner all the time. I just get so busy. I got to get off my ass, and then I do things, and then I get tired, and I got to go take my old man nap. Seems like I go to sleep at night, and then I wake up thinking it's morning, and it's still night. I go take my nap, and I wake up, and I think it's the new day when it's still the same day. Heart failure sucks, but it's getting better. It really is. Robin made a total mess of this desk last night. I don't know what she was looking for. I really don't. But this isn't a bag. SmartiesCorner.com. King Smarty gifted me this ring. This is a beautiful, beautiful ring. And source directives, it says right on this ring. And I believe, unless this was like a limited edition, and I'm afraid to wear them because I work out in the garden and stuff. But these are full of healing frequencies. They got the little frequency things on there. But that is a beautiful, and it's almost like you don't want to call it jewelry because it's jewelry. It's beautiful jewelry, but it says source directives on there. It's got the little healing thing on there. Awesome. I don't know what she was looking for, but no, maybe that was it. She was digging through stuff. So I would wear a ring today, but I got to take it off. I do because I'm going to work in the garden and or painting or one of the million projects I do, printing things out, getting things in the mail. I got to figure out this channel here, people. I do, because it's just a blank screen. I need to go to I should be able to add you people on here. I should be able to have a whole panel of people on here. I should, but it's just a blank screen and there's nothing to even click on. Up at the top corner, there's a little box with a thumbs up that says you like this video. Please like the video. At the bottom, I believe there's a share button. I'm not even sure of that because my screen does not show it. Please share it. If you go to this, please do me a favor today. Write this down, thequietjourney.tv. Please take a minute. Go to The Quiet Journey. If you got an hour, 1 minute and 11 seconds, watch my movie, my truthful movie of my lifetime experiences as a son of our president. There's a button right under it that says share to Facebook. Let's blast Facebook. Let's blast Facebook with my video. And with all these bumper stickers that are coming out, let's blast them everywhere. Let's put them on so many cars. Let's get people putting them on their cars where they're driving around. And people will be curious and go to The Quiet Journey to see my little movie. That's what we're working with. We use what we're working with to get the truth out to the world. And like I said, I don't see anywhere. So I'm going to have to go to YouTube, to my YouTube studio, and find out where I can go and what I can do, where I can bring guests on here, because this has absolutely nothing. Where I can do more than just message in the chat. Community moderation, participants. Okay, I might have found something here in the corner, participants. Okay, that's just who commented in here. That's just who made their comments. So that doesn't help me bring guests on here. So anyway, I'm going to have to go to my YouTube studio because I would love to bring some of you on, some of you lions on. I love you all so much. You all are my family. You really, really are. We got more DNA test results coming here in a few days, people. People screaming DNA all the time and they don't understand. They just don't get that we've spent thousands of dollars on DNA, thousands of dollars, many, many, many DNA tests. They don't understand how these big cabal members work with their billions of dollars, what they buy, who they control. But if you really want some DNA, this is my DNA right here in this envelope. I got a couple of those I did. It's really big because you can't drink coffee, you can't smoke a cigarette, you can't do nothing for over a half an hour before you take a DNA test like that. But anyway, someone is testing I met a beautiful, beautiful soul. And she said, John, I think I could be your sister. And I said, you could be my sister. You can. We don't need blood to prove it or any other thing. But she wants to do a DNA test. She actually did a DNA test to see if we were brother or sister or not. And she's a wonderful soul. She'll always be my sister. She really will in my heart, because she's that nice and cool of a person that has been under lots of bullshit that these people do to people, really, straight up. So anyway, what is this? 6 or 7 DNA tests? I don't know. I lose track. I was even sending my hair samples out to people. Prove me wrong. You can't. There was people that asked me for an autograph book and some of my hair. And I have no problem because my DNA is out there. If there's a way for them to fuck me over DNA, they've already done it. They've already done it. But it cost roughly $1,200 to do one hair sample with a laboratory. One hair sample. It's cheaper with the swabs. But yeah, I was paying $1,200 for my DNA, $1,200 for them to sample, or it was more than that, to sample my father's DNA. A lot of money gone out there for nothing. Seriously, there's too much other proof. There's my stories that I share that nobody else would know in the world. Me being a childhood Hollywood actor, Richard Steele. I was in many, many shows. I should. I can't even keep track of all of them. I need a secretary. If you want to volunteer and help me do all that, that would be great. But I don't even have time to ride my motorbike. I really don't. I got better things to do. I shouldn't say it's the most important. To try to prove myself, here's what you do. You should post the results of all the tests together. Searcher 1963. Here's what we should do. We should find a way to demand that our government shows the results because they already have my father's DNA. They already have my mother's DNA. I was in the White House for 3 years. They have my DNA. They have my sister's DNA. How are we going to get the government to release my DNA? Because there has to be a match with family members from the father to the son, from the mother to the son, to the son to the mother, from the son to the father. That has to be a connection to make it legal in a court of law. Well, they have it. They have the results from my father. Those results, and check this out, those results are on a dress. You all seen my father's brain splattered all over my mother's dress. You've seen that. Well, you get a fake person like Caroline Kennedy, because my sister Caroline Kennedy was replaced as a child, just like they replaced me with George Onassis as a child. Blood in, blood out. Caroline Kennedy, to this day, is not a Perkin Kennedy. No, Kennedy. Blood. None. She was there to steal millions and millions and millions, if not billions of dollars, because the Kennedy family was worth billions of dollars. So she was a placement by the cabal. 100%. 100%. Why would she say, we can't release the records, we can't release the DNA off that dress for another 50 years? Why do you think she would say that? I just told you why. Because she's going to be long dead and gone when that comes out, and then she can't get in trouble because she'll be dead. Hello? I love all you guys. Quiet journey. I'm starting to get pissed off now. My blood pressure's going up. I think about all the injustice that's been done. And yeah, a lot of stress ain't fucking good. And then I get pissed off and I want to scream from the top of the mountains. And I've been screaming for years. Hey, John Kennedy Jr. is not getting no fucking justice here. But thank you for sharing. Hope you share. Hopefully someday we can wake some people up and demand them to release the real files, the real JFK files, to say, hey, we secretly unalived all these people and took over the Kennedy fortunes and gave them to organized crime members. Hello. Peace out. Have a great day. All love, people. Thank you, Lions, again. All love.